I said I was gonna do this, so here we go. I realized there was only one probable explanation behind these ongoing shenanigans. Bragging Octopus, Big Block, and Venom Bag all led an entire army of clout engineered freedom fighters to accuse Savera Connor of a crime she didn't commit. Oh, really? What were their motives? I'll tell you later. Bruh, your narrative is nonsensical as fuck. And she probably would tell me that if this were me. But when it comes to these three, your narratives are completely fake. No matter how believable they are, it's because you say the things you want people to believe and the type of things they are tempted to want to believe. That's how it works. It's your freaking venomous magic. And Channeleven, you are not innocent. I've already called you out, but you have your shit all over the internet, supposedly, or at least on two or more sites about Sonic93. But I'm going to talk about you in a bit. There's the Ban YoshiWii1 petition. I'm not sure if anyone has talked about this in their videos. I'm going to read it off too, but not yet. And then these people already talked about, including Sonic GMI 22, who harassed YoshiWii1. No one really talked about them, did they? And I'm going to be reading off the Wikitubia pages of Dumbsville and Sonic93. And then I'm going to be looking at the comment section. One thing I want to point out, too, in regards to Sonic93, is that people, for some reason, they don't care that there are no citations. You know what that means. Someone is trying to make it look good, and they know it's fake. Especially this right here, where Sonic93 quote unquote harassed a person under the username YoshiWii1, calling him a twisted fuck in an hour-long video she made along with her friend Amy-Chan because he loved a ship called Sun Amy, in which he had an alternate version of Amy Rose and was upset. I'm gonna read the rest later. I have pointed this out so many damn times. It was not Sonic93 who called him a twisted fuck. It was a YoshiWii1 victim who called him that.
This in your favorites. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read it. And I'm sure you remember your ex-friend Matyoshka, right? Also known as Angel.
That's who called YoshiWii1 a twisted fuck. You disrespected her by not including her in the Wikitubia as the actual person who called him such, if you had to go by your logic and say anything about this situation. Literally, leave her alone. Leave Sonic93 alone, especially. Also, credit to Stories the Mothbird for re uploading this. I think other people did, but still. I do apologize because I am not calling out Mothbird.
I bet you do. You remember when she was talking to you about gay people and you just randomly said this to her?
I will admit it to you right now that I am actually glad that God gave me the ability to feel sexual excitement because it relaxes me and makes me feel good. I am so sorry if that makes you feel uncomfortable since you are a girl.
Yoshi. First of all, that's disgusting, boy. And, I don't know if you know this, but Angel is a 16-year-old girl. And you're 20. You just said that to a minor. How does that make you feel? Oh.
You folks can watch the video if you want, but if you don't go around and lie. Oh, Sonic93 deal. No, you're being lazy if you do, because you want Sonic93 to be to blame, much like Channeleven wants her to be to blame for everything. Now, when it comes down to Angel calling YoshiWii1 a twisted fuck, is this part right here. All right.
Talk about the creepy.
Okay, what the hell? There we go. Fell on me.
He blocked you for a reason, man. Get over it. She wants nothing to do with you.
Now that we pretty much covered up the creepy part of Yoshi, the last thing we're gonna do right now is letting yet another special guest to take over for a little bit before we're ending the video. You guys might take a guess of whom it is, but it's Matioskarai/Matioskaka100, aka Angel, from DeviantArt and YouTube that was dealing with Yoshi in the very beginning. Okay, Yoshi, on this video, what we said about her, do you still think she has a crush on you? Just listen, I doubt you will, what she has to say about this whole thing. If you still think she has a crush on you after hearing her final words about you, then all I can say is, keep dreaming on, boy! This is what she really thinks about you. Okay, Angel, it's all yours now.
Alright, so here are the last thoughts I will ever have for this dude, at least until my video finally gets posted on the channel. I've never hated someone, ever, but now I can legitimately say that I despise him with all my soul. So, at first I thought he was just your typical broken record of a fan brat who would do anything to protect his precious Tsunami and just had invalid arguments because he didn't really do his research. However, after doing that investigation myself through his gallery along with a few of my other friends, I realized that this is something much more serious. Clearly, from all the things you have seen in this video, this is absolutely no denying that Yoshi is not who he makes himself out to be. His mannerisms, his likes, his absolute dislikes, and all of those pictures he faked, it shows him how much of a sick shit he is. And I don't care how you fans of him want to defend him, but don't believe another word he says, because he is a twisted fuck. I am saying this from the bottom of my heart and with all seriousness. Stay away from him. He has proven that he is not mentally stable, that he is a creep, that he will do anything to get close to his precious female fictional character. And what if he decides that raping women or children is the way to go, That is not the only time that has happened, particularly with the Sonic fanbase. There are lots of infamous creepers that got arrested for this stuff. No joke, Paul and Amy was one of them. Even if Yoshi hasn't done anything now, his actions in the present are clear enough for us to warn you, to make sure that you never bring yourself into contact with this lunatic. We aren't telling you for other reasons than to bring your safety. Listen to Sonic93 and Amy and make sure that you don't ever get harmed from this guy. That goes to all the people that know him in real life as well. And one more thing, this is directed towards Yoshi. You can try all you can to run away from your problems, but right now, you hiding them, it's what's finally going to bite you in the ass in the future. Your reputation is going down now because you couldn't keep your sick, twisted fuck of an obsession off the internet and to yourself. You brought this on yourself, and I have to say this. I never hated Akai, and I've never hated anyone. But I can clearly say, I hate you. That is all.
Thank you, Matioskarai, for your participation.
I'm going to stop it right here. And before I even say what I need to say about the video, you pieces of shit, you heartless scoundrels who keep this up here, you scaredy cats, you should have changed it. You know that by keeping this lie here, you're saying that Angel came to Sonic93 and Amy-Chan for nothing. You're discrediting Amy-Chan. You're also discrediting Sonic93 and discrediting the victim, the YoshiWii1 victim, for speaking out. Even though I felt certain things I heard were very harsh and I felt bad for YoshiWii1, I felt bad for everyone, including Sonic93, Angel, and Amy-Chan, because I care about everybody. But why the fuck do you have this up here? This lie. You don't even want to edit it out. So, you idiots down there, whoever, I'm not talking about every single person before I even read this whole thing. I'm talking about whoever is responsible, along with any of you who enabled it. You're content with that false accusation of Sonic93 calling YoshiWii1 a twisted fuck. Are you? You're so bent on wanting Sonic93 to apologize, but you can't apologize for actually belittling a YoshiWii1 victim and letting people go after YoshiWii1 to this day, wherever they are. I know this is back in 2015, but still, you didn't protect YoshiWii1, so why the fuck do you have that page up? Now going to Channeleven. Channeleven, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I noticed you posted things about YoshiWii1 and Sonic93 practically across the internet. Maybe 2 or 3 sites, but still. No, that's not across, but still. You have YoshiWii1 right here. Channeleven, you go. Let's just get this out of the way. YoshiWii1 was just a very eccentric individual, and a lot of what was said against him was, in hindsight, incredibly embellished. Regretfully, I have participated in hazing the guy. You don't even go into context or enough of it, because you did far worse than that. You were one of the ringleaders, and you were just mocking him straight up by far, on DeviantArt especially. YoshiWii1 was infamous for the extent he went in expressing his love of the Sunami or Sonic and Amy Rose ship and general interest in Amy Rose. This was around the time Paul and Amy got busted, so it's fair to see why people got interested. But hear me out. Yoshi considered Amy to be in her 20s, assuming she's aged along with the games she appeared in. While this is a stretch, in his mind, he believed Amy was of age, which is why he conducted himself the way he did. Anything else, like the reaction against gift art, did not fully define why people went after the guy. I wanted to hone in on the one thing people went after the most. Ever since then, he had left the internet and disassociated himself from Sonic cold turkey. And honestly, I can't blame him. You can't? You can't. Or you won't. Anything I have said in the past can be used as a personal lesson and to mark me moving past who I was in the past beyond any brief episodes. Okay, what did you say? It's a personal lesson and it's to mark you moving past. The reason why you put this here, whether you apologize to him or not directly, you put this here and you put it on another site I saw it on because you got caught by somebody. Indirectly, someone saw you and you feared having to live with it. So you threw Sonic93 under the bus. You were one of many attackers who accused her of threatening or harming YoshiWii1, putting him in the hospital. Yet, on the Wikitubia, and even here, you don't mention YoshiWii1 being put in the hospital by Sonic93. Why? Let's find out. They say, don't meet your heroes. Oh my God, you and Dumbsville and every idiot coming up with this woe is me crap. I say, don't get to know your heroes. What the fuck is this? You're just recycling a quote out of context and then trying to put your own spin like it's clever. It's not clever. You have no context. Stop pretending and showing off. Get to the fucking point. And Sonic93 is a good example of that. Is a good example how. Sonic93's legacy, had otherwise been reduced to nothing. She was best known for her Akai Dahlia and YoshiWii1 rants. But as we saw, they amounted to harassment 85% of the time at least. That's basically toilet fodder now. How is it toilet fodder now, but you felt the need to post it up here and then you felt the need to leave out the context? This isn't context. This is hearsay. How do you even know Sonic93? Even her prime, I consider her annoying. How? Where's the context? Insightful for my then teenage mind, but a bit annoying. A bit annoying? You act like she was full blown annoying. I discovered she was getting flack for incredibly poor rant about a Silver fan who dared to acknowledge flaws a character had. Dude, I called you out over this, and you still keep these things up like an idiot. And I already said she called out Melody Sugarplum not because, oh, there's flaws in Silver the Hedgehog. I already pointed it out that Sonic93 said you should accept Silver's flaws. And then Alden Gajinka said she doesn't have to accept his flaws. Anybody who fucking watched those videos and those parts, you're stupid if you saw it and you just went on and said, Sonic93 couldn't accept that Silver has flaws, even though I saw where she said, oh, you should accept Silver's flaws. That makes you idiots. Oh my God. You didn't watch everything, and if you did, Channeleven, you were selective because you wanted Sonic93 to look bad, because you were afraid of what you did to YoshiWii1 coming back to haunt you for a living. Yes, YoshiWii1 was victimized by many people like you, despite what he did to Angel and other people. Oh my God. Anywho, back to this. So when I discovered she was getting flack for an incredibly poor rant about a Silver fan who dared to acknowledge flaws the character had, along with reacted to a review basically criticizing Silver, I just checked out reactions to it. She was like an appendix. One of these days, she was gonna rupture. And boy, did she. When it became clear the odds were no longer in her favor, she deleted her entire account. That's not what happened. She got harassed, she got sick of the drama, and she went on to focus on her life. And as for Melody Sugarplum, even though she was a minor at the time, she was basically what people considered Sonic93. Someone who kept wanting a fictional character to be the way she wanted him to be. Melody wanted Silver to have a different personality. She even made a petition or whatever, or tried to, towards Sega to boycott Silver. Oh my God. I was able to save, what in the world? I was able to save 2 of her videos on my archive channel, but due to the sudden closure, I was unable to save her video on Dumbsville, who, for the record, you should check out his take on Sonic93. Here's the thing. You left out more context than I realized. And you're saying we shouldn't go, no, you're saying we should go watch Dumbsville's. But you don't say, hey, try to find Sonic93 for context. No. Dumbsville knows everything, huh? Let me read the rest of this. You were able to save 2 of her videos, okay. But due to the sudden closure, I was unable to save her video on Dumbsville, who, for the record, you should check out his take on Sonic93 to get a better grasp on who she was and how hard she felt if she ever had anywhere to fall in hindsight. Oh, because the almighty Lego Jesus knows all, and Channeleven Almighty is the second in command and knows shit. And, the basic facts, Ned's Declassified. I'm going to call this Channeleven's Declassified. No, shut up. You don't provide any context. Channeleven, you're a groomer because you spread your shit everywhere like Dumbsville did. So many of you did. This is embarrassing. You put this up here because it's a vent on how you don't want to face your reality and you are troubled by your past, so you put Sonic93 into the mix. Oh, the boogie lady did it! And your problems go away. That's what it's like. Basically, a kid saying, the monster made me do it. So it's the Sonic93 made me do it. The Sonic93 queen lady made me do it. The evil mean lady made me do it. That's you and every accuser, Channeleven, in a nutshell. Grow the fuck up. And if you're grown, wake the fuck up. This petition right here. So, anybody who's ever seen this, what do you think of it? And if you haven't, I don't know what to tell you. Because no one should have to live for the rest of their lives being reminded over something they want to move on from if it's been resolved or if they're trying to resolve it. This happened. So I'm going to read this. Ban YoshiWii1 from DeviantArt and YouTube permanently. The issue. This person has been harassing people on the internet long enough. Recently, he had caused a YouTube channel that contained non-offensive videos involving him to be taken down for no legit reason. He needs to be removed from DA and YouTube because he has offended those with disabilities, especially those with Asperger's, by using it to excuse his horrific behavior and habits. Channeleven, did you even make mention of this petition right here? Offended homosexuals, offended people who experience anxiety, those whom have had anxiety attacks, acts shallow, perverted, and creepy towards other DA users, especially towards women, blocking and flagging people nonstop because of supposed constructive criticism he refers to as spam and hate, and is so obsessed with the video game character, Amy Rose. He harasses and is rude to people with different opinions or think otherwise and has already had many DA users banned from the site. The link below provides evidence of this person's disturbing and rude behavior. It is part 1, but I recommend watching part 1 and 2 to get the full story. This guy has the potential of becoming a real-life threat to others, both online and offline. He had already cyberstalked somebody. This needs to stop. The DeviantArt administrators won't do anything unless they are made aware of this creeper and our voices are heard. Sign this petition to get this person removed from DeviantArt and YouTube for good. So, Channeleven, I don't think I saw the link. I think I did. I'm just going to ease down. And I'm not going to read the comment sections. But then, here we go. If I can read the update. I don't think I can read the update. Wait, let me see. Petition starter. Media increase. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. I was trying to read the update. But I'm trying not to expose any other freaking whatchamacallit. But anyway, there was an update I saw. Okay, I'm gonna apologize because I thought there was an update. No response. I'm not doing this. This is old. Petition. Oh, it's right here. Sorry. I apologize. So I'm going to actually make a timestamp and I'm going to put like blooper in place of this. So this says, thank you guys for the support. We've gotten that creep off DA. Happy face. So Channeleven, did you make mention of the petition? You and this Wikitubia, I'm going to go to it. Where is it? Right here. And you idiots, not all of you, but some of you idiots. Some of you are idiots. You talked about what Sonic93 quote unquote did when there were people who had a problem with YoshiWii1, and there are folks who actually did victimize YoshiWii1, but it wasn't Sonic93. How do you feel about that? You blame Sonic93 for things she didn't do, and there's proof of that. So here we start. This is overdramatic here too, just saying her real name. No citations. And you're fine with that, huh? Ruth, born 1993. Wow, you had to put it there. Age 30 to 31. Better known as Sonic93, online that is a Swedish former YouTuber who was known for her obsession with Silver the Hedgehog. And we go down. I really don't like her face being there because there are folks who deliberately use her face in their videos to attack her. Content. Like her username indicates, she is a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, but especially loves Silver. She talks about Sonic and the characters, as well as her OCs and fan art of them. She also reviews the Sonic comics and gives her opinions on every latest issue. She was idolized by several users and was known for her series, Sonic93 Rants, where she rants about any issue that crossed her mind. She had 13.9k subscribers before deletion. Okay, Jeez. You like to say that she is obsessive. And here we go. Harassment. Controversies. I'm going to say this right now. Anybody who is still roaming around saying things about Sonic93 and spreading rumors, shut the fuck up and leave her alone. You're enabling and you are causing this hate crime to go even further. Are you happy about that? Are you happy knowing that someone could come to you Like a cop, for example. Oh, ain't no, yes, they could. Because, we can just don't. If you even threaten me, I'm going to know. I'm not afraid. I put on my big boy pants and actually look for answers because you're so damn biased and afraid to face the truth. So who's actually scared, motherfucker? You know who you are, Bag O Douche. Harassment. I already debunked this so many times. Sonic93 harassed a person under the username YoshiWii1, and I already debunked this. Again, she did not. Calling him a twisted fuck in an hour-long video she made along with her friend Amy-Chan because he loved a ship called Sun Navy in which he had an alternate version of Amy Rose and was upset at a club on DeviantArt named Sun Amy Haters. Though this is because Yoshi found hate groups against pairings immature. The thing is, you folks, whoever's responsible for this, and some of you in the comment section that know what's going on but don't want to spill the beans, and Channeleven, you threw Angel under the bus. She's a YoshiWii1 victim. She was the one who called him a twisted fuck. Oh my goodness. You lied. You lie to people. This is a lie. You are so content with lying to anyone who passes by and reads this. The same with you, Channeleven. Dumbsville drama. In 2018, a deviant artist named Melody Sugarplum made a list on why she thought Silver was a flawed character, Sonic93 reacted by screaming and belittling the DeviantArt user. After this, Alderman Gajinka made a video criticizing her behavior, which caught Dumbsville's attention. As the OG video was deleted, Dumbsville only had Alderman Gajinka's video to go off of and made his own video of her. So, no, this is not what happened. Sonic93 made a video on Valak and Melody Sugarplum because she questioned their behavior as Silver fans when they wanted more out of the character than what was provided. And then people were saying, because they have a right to criticize Silver. But no, she was saying Silver the Hedgehog just made his debut. You're saying there's something wrong when he's out of character. When he's not out of character, they wrote Silver that way. How do you make a character out of character if you wrote them that way for their first appearance as planned? That's what she was saying. And Melody, she wanted more and more out of Silver for him to be the way she envisioned Silver. Basically, Melody Sugarplum was complaining about a fictional character not being the way she wanted. She was basically the Sonic93 that everyone accused Sonic93 of being. The irony. When Sonic93 apologized, he had a breakdown because he felt like he seriously hurt her with his words. He did. And he lied. And he admitted he lied. And it was really messed up because he still got away with it to a certain degree and has to live with it. However, after claiming she was sorry and in the wrong, she made a video responding to Alderman Gajinka. Alderman told Dumbsville that she was planning on making a video on him as well. Dumbsville was confused as he thought the drama was done and they were friends now. He thought that they had resolved all their issues, so he had asked her on Discord why she was making a video on him, to which she replied that she was still angry over his original video. Dumbsville then made a video talking about it all and said that he wished her the best in life and that he never wanted to harm her. He was deeply hurt as she was one of his idols and inspired him to make videos. There are delusional people. Dumbsville is one of them because Sonic93 did not inspire him. If he were inspired, he would not have let Bag O Douche threaten her. You have to see my videos to see what I'm talking about. But I want to point this out too. This is not controversy if you are accusing Sonic93 of being a troublemaker. How is it controversy if you're leaving out both sides? How? You're not explaining it. There's no context. If I was literally on the I hate Sonic93 bandwagon, I would still say this is a controversy. You're making it sound like there's a chance that Sonic93 is innocent when we think she's not. This defines controversy? No. And I know this is bullshit, so either way, it's not controversy. You lied about Sonic93. Alduin Gajenka, her response. After she made a video on Alduin Gajenka, that's Sonic93, manga comment, Just a Robot, and Nani, who jumped in, all three, well, maybe not all three, but still, reacted to it. In Nani's video, Inside the Mind of Sonic93, featuring Sonic93 Q&A, Sonic93 clarified that she had pre-existing grudges against Alduin after she commented, Silver isn't real, under one of her community posts. The thing is, if somebody is questioning you, how can you love a fictional character and say you are a fan of them if you're complaining about the way they were made to begin with? They just got into the game for the first time, and you're making it into an issue by saying, oh, he's too serious, he's too this and he's that, and you're talking like it's a problem. But you say you're a true fan. If it was me, for example, actually, I'm going to leave this in the end. But, okay, continuing on. And her heated response was because of the repeated negativity Alduin sent in her direction. And because of that, she regarded Alduin a troll. The thing is, and I pointed out before, I think, this right here confirms that Alduin was sending negativity Sonic93's way because you left out context in this whole entire thing. You were not explaining what really happened, but you explained right here that, yeah, Alduin, started it, and you meant to probably say, whoever put this here, you probably meant to say Sonic93 insinuated that she was antagonizing her when Alduin Gajenka was trying to give her constructive criticism. No, this is correct, even though you probably goofed up by telling the truth right here as opposed to the lies you put elsewhere. The irony. In March 2020, Sonic93 deleted her channel, most likely because it was revealed she attempted to dox Alduin in Dumbsville, but re-uploads of her videos exist. Dumbsville, I don't think Dumbsville ever talked about Sonic93 trying to dox him. If it's known, where's the fucking video? Why was it not? Why wasn't the alarm sounded? Like, why? Why didn't anyone sound the alarm? Why didn't anyone report her if she actually tried to dox Dumbsville and Alduin? Oh, it's known that she tried it. No, it's not known. It's projected. Shut the fuck up. Sonic93 did not try to dox Dumbsville or Alduin Gajenka. It's what you want to believe. You cannot just pick and choose what you want to believe about someone and say, therefore, it is what I make it. Shut up. You make me sick. You accusers who went after her. You accusers who deliberately left YoshiWii1 in harm's way. And you claim you just defended him, and you threw his victim under the bus by acting like, oh, Sonic93 said what she said. You're a bunch of dumbasses. Heartless ones. Stop lying. And also, a fan of somebody going after someone does not make the idol responsible by default. Sonic93 expressed in a group audio, that she would not have condoned that. She didn't even know it happened. She's not responsible. You got this up here. And then, come on. You have what she's being a fangirl right here. Showing love for a fictional character she looks up to. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with her, showing her love and support for Silver? Can you please stop doing that? That thing. Whatever. What's wrong with this, huh? Oh, it's cringy. It's cringy. You've never seen a fanboy or a fangirl before? Oh, not one. So she's unhinged? If she's unhinged, where's all the freaking evidence against her that says, oh, she groomed people and doxed folks, and oh, she abused every other person that you said? Where is that? Going to the next one. What is wrong with this? I've read these before. I see what she put. She's a human being. Lighten the fuck up, people. You act like you've never seen a silver fangirl before. Oh, she's unhinged, dude. Dude, she went at the. Shut up. No, she didn't go at the Melody. It would have counted as her going at the Valak if she went at the Melody. But she didn't go at to either of them. She was voicing her opinions because she didn't understand why or how someone could say that they're fans of a character that they deem is incomplete or whatever, saying, oh, they have to be this way when they just first showed up. Know the difference between someone saying, I feel like the character is too serious for someone that was written that way. You know, even though he was written the way he was, I'm not saying he's inconsistent, but I feel like Silver is potentially the type of character that will loosen up a bit. Versus someone that's saying, Sega made him wrong. He's inconsistent. You see what I did there? The second part is Valak and Melody. The first part is how someone's like, oh, I'm a fan of Silver, even though I feel like I could imagine him being a different way, but that's me. That's not what they said. What is wrong with this? Nothing, other than the fact that you took her picture and you're making fun of her and saying she's a threat to humankind and plants and animals alike, but you never proved it. You poor assholes. You really antagonized her. And it felt good, didn't it? Until you realized you couldn't keep going and you were afraid of getting caught. What is wrong with this, huh? Nothing. Leave her alone. But it doesn't stop there. Among the things I pointed out oh my freaking god, this scroll bar fell on me. Among the things I pointed out many times, you do this. She is Muslim. This is appropriate, huh? Trivia, she is Muslim. You content creators who attacked her, you accusers all over the place, you fire ants that keep going her way and trying to look for her, you are content with this? You know this is inappropriate, right? To bash someone's religion, especially in the open right here? You're not just attacking her, you're attacking everybody that's Muslim by saying that. You know that, right? In Marcus Marker, you go, where is she now? Because I don't know where she is. But I know her channel was terminated or deleted, but I need to find out what she's doing now after she left YouTube. Marcus, why do you want to know? I know this is back in March of this year, but why do you want to know? Are you concerned about her health or anything? Or are you trying to say more than what people said about her? Which is it? You're creeping out on her. Mr. Spanish says, actually, her channel got deleted. You go, I believe that's the reason why we can't find what she's doing right now after she left, so I don't think we'll find out anytime soon. And then you talk about exchanging like Discord usernames. I'm going to go down. It's Artman says, why does it seem that the Sonic fandom are all a bunch of 12-year-olds stuck in 2008? Chardane Arts. You're the same person who posted under Rilo Puppy's video, who thought, I guess, based on what Rilo said, that Sonic93 was attacking people with autism or hated them. And I guess you were trying to sympathize with Sonic93 by saying that she didn't really know any better in regards to it. I don't remember. It's in one of my videos. So I do apologize for that, and I do know it has something to do with that. You say, this will more than likely be my last comment on this wiki, but it's not all of us. I'm younger than Ruth. Please stop using her real name like you know her personally. And even I thought she was out of line, so I don't think it's fair to say every last one of us are stuck in 2008. I just like Sonic and drawing fan art related to alternate universes. Related above, I think we should also quit the trend of saying we believe Ruth because we were all stupid kids. Not only does it play into the tired stereotype that minors are inherently stupid, despite there being a difference between developing brains and actual idiocracy, I guess. I personally was 14 when I saw her Akai Dahlia rant series, and not only did I not fall for any of her nonsense, but it actually made me want to support Jane, and I did. Shadane, as its art man says right here, they weren't even going into all of that. Whatever was programmed into you, you have to chill. A lot of people, they get so overly defensive when they see something about Sonic 93 and act like this whole "are you afraid of the dark" tale is a thing with her. Please cool your jets. Its art man says, I mean, I was joking, kinda. I just thought it was funny how a lot of people unironically are like, this is my Sonic OC dating specific Sonic character. Do not steal, or else I report you, noob. Still, despite that being something that kids used to do in 2008, back when DeviantArt was mostly known for being where cringy kid art and furry stuff lived. And plus, I said scene. So I ain't saying all the Sonic fandom acts like this. Sade, you say, yeah, that's dumb. I agree. I sometimes ship my fan characters with canon characters, but I didn't care if someone else did the same, because unless specified otherwise, I see everyone's stories with the characters as their own separate worlds each. Sorry for taking things literally. It just came off that way to me because I have trouble understanding some stuff. Its art man says, nah, it's cool. Glad you didn't take it personal though. Chardane, you confirmed that you don't really understand certain things. And if you have autism yourself, if I read your comment correctly back on YouTube on the Rilo Puppies video, you're basically a victim of the hearsay yourself. Because a lot of people didn't really understand the Sonic 93 situation, and there were those who did, but they decided to fabricate anyway. You were weaponized. Ruth, or Sonic 93, however you call her, she was not the way you portrayed her to be. Disco the Hedgehog Fox, I'm not even gonna, it's not relevant to me. A Salty Chris said, I find it interesting how she called out Akai and Yoshi for obsessing over fictional hedgehogs, yet she obsesses over an underage character, let alone hedgehog. Okay. This is pure ignorance and stupidity in one. If you watch the video, if you actually watch the video, a Salty Chris, you know she and Amy-Chan were not just talking about YoshiWii1 having fantasies over Amy Rose. It was about how he treated people. It was about how he went overboard with his fanboyism and how he was making excuses for his actions. It was much more to that. Along with Angel being 16 years old. I don't know what you're going on about, but you threw that person under the bus as well. I'm talking about Angel. You threw her under the bus. You people left out whoever YoshiWii1 literally made uncomfortable at the time. And then you threw YoshiWii1 under the bus because I don't think YoshiWii1 is going after Sonic93 to this day for revenge or anything. If he's moving on, you're not helping him move on by blaming Sonic93 for things he actually did and what other people did to him. Stop. And then, this was back in 2021 actually. And this one, PC98 fan, fangirl at its finest. That's all you gotta say? I thought it was more than that. And then FNF boy said, well, at least she's already shut down and we can't hear her annoying voice again. 2023, she was in a video with Moondisc. What did you think of that, huh? Yeah, what's up, Doc? PC98 fan, you say back in 2021, she had all the chances to change herself, but instead she decided to join the toxic side and keep on attacking people. Truly a waste of potential. Quirky weirdo, you go. I 100% agree with you. She was definitely given multiple chances. You know, the Sonic fandom did not cancel her. She was canceled by herself. I wonder when she's going to come back and apologize. I know this drama and issue is a year and a half old, and it's over and really shouldn't be discussed anymore. but she seriously owes an apology to everyone she's hurt, because what Megatronia did was honestly really stupid and unnecessary. PC98 fan says, yeah, I wondered that too. Grow the fuck up. And wake the fuck up if you consider yourselves grown. Because I'm going to go to this right here. And I'm going to point this out too. I'm going to read about this again. But I'm not going to read the whole thing because I've already talked about it before in another video. It's just a few things. So, Dumbsville's page has no citations either. Dumbsville, born September 4, 1999, age 25. From I know I didn't read this. I'm not reading this, Dumbsville fans. You can read it yourself. Formerly Dumbsville Channel is an American YouTube reviewer and former commentator who was dedicated to his channel in various rants, videos of things initially related with the Sonic community, along with music and mixtapes. He is currently doing film reviews in recent times, which became known for its very fast-paced editing inspired by 21st century humor. Oh my god. I can't read anymore. This is ridiculous. Going down. Go down. So we got this. Content. Dumbsville opened a YouTube channel on June 6, 2012, uploading its first video titled Old Adventures in Dumbsville, Episode 0, Prologue. You don't even proofread this stuff very well, do you? Uploaded on June 10th, 2012. One of his first popular videos was How to Fix Bad Music, featuring MC Ride, uploaded April 24th, 2016, which got 151,202 views from January 23rd. The video showed various examples of fixing music, using various songs considered cringe and enhancing them with pieces taken from various Death Grip songs. I don't think I've heard of Death Grip. Going down. Career as Sonic Tuber. Dumbsville began his career as a Sonic-related commentator where he would take various videos and rant on them. Among the various focuses, one of these was rants against the various haters of Sally Acorn, which he considered a useless hatred. Due to the fact that Dumbsville was attacking the Sonic community in general, this would obviously have caused drama. And in fact, he got some. Okay, so I guess that's what he did. You didn't really shed Dumbsville in total, complete light right here, but you didn't really call it controversy, did you? This is a weird thing about it. A lot of people who probably still look up to Dumbsville to this day, they may disagree with this, but you did not call it controversy. So when I read this again, due to the fact that Dumbsville was attacking the Sonic community in general, this will obviously have caused drama, and in fact, he got some. You admitted that he attacked the Sonic community in general, if it's true. I'm just saying. You called it controversy on Sonic93's page, but it wasn't controversy based on the way you worded it. You were accusing her of things that were based on hearsay. Here, you're talking like, oh, this is known. But not every Sonic93, not every Dumbsville fan would agree with you, if any. Wow. True Love Heart 94. Among the various YouTubers that Dumbsville reviewed, one of them was perhaps the most remembered, True Love Heart 94. Dumbsville had heavy rants against TLH94, considering him a huge man-child. I'm not going to read that. And also a person with no creativity after reacting to TLH Sonic X Season 4. A badly made AMV that used, you're putting your own personal thing in here. Badly made. Where's the context? Let's see if the context is here. At the same time that the first video came out, Dumbsville's Twitter account was banned. And every time he tried to do a new one, the account was suspended or banned again. Many theorized that TLH possibly played a part in Dumbsville's ban because of his childish behavior. TLH was quite famous on Twitter because of his habit of denying people who had a different opinion to his, responded with stuff like, "This is not true," or "liar" in full caps, and then blocking or reporting them. Okay, if it's true, I'm not saying it's not, but where is the source? Where are the citations? Where are the pictures? You didn't cite anything with Sonic93. Why didn't you cite anything with TLH or Dumbsville? Why? After making 3 videos, with the last one being about the aftermath that TLH didn't change at all, even though he promised multiple times, how do you know that? Dumbsville eventually gave up and stopped paying attention to him. Where is the real context? Months later, after the final video, he announced the fact that Twitter sucked because of people like TLH and that Discord was way better. This video was also a small advertisement due to his first. Oh my god. Seriously. Where's the context? This video was also a small advertisement to his first Discord server. At this time, Dumbsville started doing things like mixtapes and various songs. Okay. Sonic93. The second big rant Dumbsville had was against Sonic93, a YouTuber who was infamously known for many videos where she insulted the haters of her favorite character, Silver the Hedgehog, in an offensive way. She did not go around insulting haters like all in a nutshell in a group and all of that stuff. She questioned people. She literally showed her love for Silver. Oh my goodness. These narratives do not add up. Which haters are you talking about? Okay, in the first video rant about her, Dumbsville said that the one who motivated him to make video commentary on YouTube was disappointing him. Okay, how did Sonic93 even quote unquote inspire Dumbsville? Oh, he made rant video. That's not saying how he got inspired. How did she inspire Dumbsville? How? What's the context? What haters was she talking about? Where's the context? Because you didn't talk about how she and Amy-Chan help people. Jeez. And she's disappointed in Dumbsville. Dumbsville, you were a leech. You were basically Batmite to Sonic93's Batwoman. Enough said. Actually, no, Batgirl. Because Batmite in a 1970s cartoon had a crush on Barbara Gordon. Yes, he did. After the video came out, both Sonic93 and Dumbsville started arguing for a long time, becoming friends for a while. What argument? Which one are you talking about and when exactly? What's the context? The argument about what? A couple of months later, Dumbsville announced on his now deleted Discord server that he officially closed any connection with Sonic93, stating that he was still planning a video about him. He also I see. Never mind. He also stated that her toxic and stubborn behaviors in Discord DMs made any discussion hard to handle, forcing him to close connections very quickly. So that's what he told you. But that's not what you asked Sonic93. You just take Dumbsville's word, huh? If you watch my video on Nico Royum and Dumbsville especially, you will see what happened. Because Dumbsville lied about Sonic93, and the things he lied about, he confessed. But damage was done. When someone like Dumbsville lied about Sonic93, you know it's too much to move away from. Days after the announcement, Dumbsville uploads his last exposed video about Sonic93, in which he accused the fact that she had not changed and that she was an unreliable fake friend, along with the fact that she was an unreliable fake friend especially. So you believe all this, along with giving her a good luck message for the exposed video about him. After other YouTubers joined the exposed and bandwagon following Dumbsville's video, the drama ended for good after Sonic93's terminated her channel. The drama didn't end there. You all caused it. Even when she went on about her business, you kept it going. after Sonic93 terminated her channel due to the backlash and because of an attempt to dox Dumbsville. If this were true, why didn't any of you call out Moondisc for helping a quote-unquote doxer in plain view? Why didn't you make a video and say, yo, Moondisc, you did not see what Sonic93 did to Dumbsville and Oliver Gajenka? She tried to dox her. It's not true. But by your logic, it's true, and you would have done it. But you didn't because it's not true. This is a terrible cover-up. She did not attempt to dox Dumbsville. Where's the context? 2020 and change the content. In 2020, Dumbsville perhaps had the urge to upload videos of things mostly related with Sonic he hated higher than expected. He started to make a video about people accusing Birds of Prey fans of considering Sonic offensive via obvious copy pastas with the fact the movie wasn't out yet, from attacking the now defunct TSSZ and Snapcube Penny to comparing at the very time talked police brutality to Sonic. What is all of this? I don't think I have much or any opinion on this. I don't know. And finally, to make 2 videos about the many problems with The Last of Us 2, with the second video being about against the haters not understanding the obvious problems. What obvious problems? What? Where's the context? On October 28, 2020, Dumbsville announces his retirement from Sonami rants, also including stopping rants about Sonic in general, possibly for the big drama related with the Blue Hedgehog happened that year. After this choice, Dumbsville will start doing more music videos, albeit rarely, and reviewing much more movies, especially the Alpha and Omega series, all of which he reviewed, including the licensed video game. The movies became a running gag on his channel. I don't know if I'm going to read this whole thing because it doesn't. Let me just do this. The Punish Saga. I know I feel too sick to myself. This has nothing to do with Sonic93. It's right here. And I didn't expect everything to do with Sonic93. It's just a lot of things are out of context. And I noticed the way you folks posted about Sonic93. It has no context, and it's out of sheer bias because you didn't list anything that had nothing to do with the quote-unquote controversy. Oh, but she didn't do anything outside of controversy. Yes, she did. People praised her. You didn't talk about how she got fans. You only talked about, oh, this person had a problem with her because she did A, B, C, and D to them. This is a shitty-ass way of making a Wikitubia page for both Dumbsville and Sonic93. Your cover-up for a hate crime that you helped commit is especially stupid. I'm not reading this either. Trivia. He is autistic. Yeah, autism is not an excuse for you to do what you know you're doing, as in antagonize someone like a silver fangirl who you don't agree with. And just because she doesn't agree with you doesn't give you the right to say, oh, she hurt me. Dumbsville knew what he was doing. If Dumbsville didn't know what he was doing, he would have made an apology video and addressed the threat that he condoned that Bag O Douche pulled upon Sonic93. But he didn't. His first server Discord was canceled long after the accusation against Sonic. What? A theory stated that, his first server Discord was canceled long after the accusation against Sonic93. A theory stated that Dumbsville wanted to do a fresh restart because of the mass toxicity that occurred due to the announcement, splitting the server in two, whether the source was true or not. What source are you talking about? You are not going into detail. The theory was later proven false after some news about Sonic93 planning to dox Dumbsville started to be reported online. It wasn't reported online unless you're saying people reported it as in terms of, breaking news. He became friends with Dylan Thomas. I have to call this person out if that's supposed to be Boomkin or whatever, because I didn't do the video yet technically, because of so many things going on with this situation. He became friends with Dylan Thomas after a small drama. However, their friendship ended in 2020 after Dylan overreacted to Dumbsville, removing a video he made on Gamer Guide. I don't even know. I don't think I want to read it. this doesn't, some of this doesn't even have to do with, most of this doesn't even have to do with Sonic93 and is stuff I don't even know. And I'm not going to use this on Dumbsville because the thing is, oh my God, what is this? The thing is, I'm not trying to accuse Dumbsville of something he didn't do. That's in my head. Something to not do. I have a right to watch myself when I'm talking about people. But if you sit there and make a video and say, oh, you need to watch, shut up. I know what I'm doing. You don't care what you're doing. You just want to fabricate. You fabricated over Sonic93. You fabricated for Dumbsville. Shut the fuck up and actually be considerate of the fact that he's a real life human being and not a freaking god. Okay, so you show these icons. So, all right, so what about YoshiWii1? Did you talk about this? Did you talk about how there were people that had nothing to do with Sonic93 who went after YoshiWii1, and I'm thinking they had nothing to do with Dumbsville especially, but nonetheless went after YoshiWii1 because of what they quote-unquote felt? No, you didn't. Did you talk about the threats on Sonic93 or the threats on YoshiWii1? I've already quote-unquote highlighted the threats on Sonic93 by talking about them. I talked about the threats on YoshiWii1. This death threat especially. Bag O Douche wish suicide upon Sonic93 in their own movie. Their quote-unquote movie of Sonic93. My goodness, you people suck. And the thing is too, anybody going to talk about how this person right here who was chiming in for Sonic GMI 22 insulted YoshiWii1's father. I think YoshiWii1's father passed away. I think I remember talking about it in one of my videos, my older videos, and my condolences to YoshiWii1 and his family. Even though I don't like what you did, but you were still a victim in your own way. You people should have taken these down. Leave YoshiWii1 alone. Because I'm going to go right here too. Anybody who cannot accept the fact that you were harassing a Swedish woman who had nothing to do with you, you are all going to have to live with what you did. I'm not wishing harm upon you. No, I'm not. You're scared. You are too afraid to actually apologize. I can't make you apologize, but the fact of the matter is you chose to go after her. You grew fixated over her. That's ironic. Leave Sonic93 alone. Don't ever make stupid false accusations like that again. The Wikitubia pages are shit. And you cannot possibly be happy with what you wrote because it's not even third grade level. It's bullshit. It's what if Marvel Comics hired me to write an entire lore for She-Hulk just to make up for the bullshit that was done. I'm talking about the adaptation. And then I trash it by trying to incorporate my fantasy over My Hero Academia. And My Hero Academia has nothing to do with that lore. So there you have it. People, whatever you had or have against Sonic93 is a projection. It's unhealthy. It's psychological. A lot of you were groomed. You say that about her, but the truth is you were groomed. And let me tell you this, it's a bit similar to something else. If I can find it. Here we go. So, back in the day, people were so damn obsessed with attacking folks over video game characters. They would go and defend someone like Pokemon Trainer Red because a lot of times they couldn't stand Red being compared to Ash Ketchum. And I tell you this, I dropped a friend, someone who was very close to me, because they wouldn't let it go. When they asked me how many versions of Pokemon Trainer Red there were, they resented me for listing Ash as one of them, even before I could say Electric Tail or Pikachu Ash, because there are sub variants of Red through Ash. You don't like what someone says. It's because, a lot of times, it's because you're being selective of what you wanted to hear. You didn't make the characters. You didn't make Silver. You didn't make Sonic. You didn't make Peter Parker. You didn't make either a Miles Morales right here. Grow the fuck up. These characters can defend themselves, and they would not have reacted out of malice like you, all because of a mix-up. Because the thing is, too, getting angry and losing friendships over alternate universe counterpart variant mix-ups is stupid. Again, that's what happened with me when I dropped that that close friend, because they ended up shouting at me at work over it, and that time they accused me of bringing up Red when they were talking about Ash. It's like, what is their obsession? What is your obsession with correcting somebody over a character or work you didn't create? So I say this right now. You still going around preaching, Ash is not Red, like Red needs your help. Play Pokemon Masters. Red appreciates Ash. He actually admires him. And aside from that, Ash is an alternate universe counterpart variant of Red. Even before the alternate universe stuff was like made or whatever installed into the series, Ash was an adaptation of Red. An adaptation. 9 times out of 10, an adaptation is just a recharacterization of the same character with differences that may not be interchangeable. Yes, they're not interchangeable, but you may as well say that about almost every version of Peter Parker, if not every single one. And then there's Spider-Verse. Oh, Ash doesn't look like Red. Yes, they do. Origins Red looks a shit ton different, but if you go by Red's hairstyle, it's more of a realistic version of Ash's hairstyle when you go by his post Generation 3 look. Otherwise, not Electric Tail, what was it called? Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee Red, going by his original design especially, he is identical to Ash despite having pale skin and wearing predominantly red stuff. So how do you explain that? Alternate universe counterpart. They're not truly identical, but they are essentially the same person. Drop it. You don't know these characters personally. They're not your homies. And when it comes to Miles Morales, I admit, I didn't think these two looked alike in any way when I first saw them. But when you take a closer look, Miles Morales himself is based on 4 different people, including Barack Obama and Donald Glover, the actor Danny Glover's son. And you can see I can see Barack Obama on both Evil Miles, aka 616 Miles, and our Miles. So, really, this whole thing with an obsession of a character, do you see how it's similar to how people are obsessed with going after Sonic93? I do, and I'll explain it. Because they treat Sonic93 like she's a character, but they act like, oh, we hate Ash, we hate Ash. Anybody who compares Ash to Red, we're going to single them out right away. There were people who went after folks just for defending or, giving their honest opinions, the honest neutral or supportive opinions on Sonic93. But making inconsistent alternate universe narratives over the same person while claiming they're a threat, while constantly dragging people in for over 6 years is even stupider. And that's why I'm talking about this. Because Dumbsville, Amy-Chan, and Zombie Spartan, they contributed by far and caused a lot of shit. And this is what I'm going to talk about last. I was shown this. Amy-Chan says, and this is on Discord, I feel the same way about the Yoshi rants. Complete regret and embarrassment, and I wish I had never did them, even though it wasn't my original intention. I made this socially awkward kid out to be some kind of future danger towards people, or even children for that matter, and it makes me sick how closed-minded I was about it. Again, we made such a big deal about how he drew Amy, a fictional character who can't be affected by it, when we should have focused on more important things. Like I said, with Akai, if I could apologize to Yoshi, I would. And I can't watch those videos either because of how ashamed I am about them. I seriously want to slap my past self in the face for the things I said. Honestly, I wish Sonic93 would take them all down. But she still stands by what she said about both of them to this day. So I doubt that's ever going to happen. This is what I have to say to Amy-Chan. Based on what I even exposed of you and what was exposed of you to me, you, in my opinion, shouldn't feel like it was a total waste. That's my opinion. I can't control you. What you did in those videos with Sonic93, there was good. Not everything needed working on. I agree in regards to the videos, like things could have had a different approach, but you just threw it all away. What about Angel? Do you feel happy about helping Angel, you and Sonic93? What about Angel? Because people threw her under the bus and acted like, oh, Sonic93 was the one that called YoshiWii1 a twisted fuck, and you are the one who knows that Sonic93 did not harass YoshiWii1. You know that. Yes, you took things so far. Yes, you both could have had a better approach, but Amy-Chan, there were things you did in regards to YoshiWii1 yourself that was far worse than whatever Sonic93 could have done. You were like the ringleader right there. You were the one who compared him to the next Paul and Amy. You inserted those things into Angel. So did you apologize to Angel with what you said? And the thing is too, I'm not going to say that Sonic93 doesn't have anything to tell Angel. I'm not going to say she does. What I can say is, Sonic93, if you're watching this, I don't know what happened with you and Angel and Amy-Chan and the video, whatever, after the videos were done, but do you feel responsible in any way in regards to what Angel said? Like, her calling YoshiWii1 a twisted fuck, or do you feel it was justified? Do you feel that you rubbed off on Angel or that Amy-Chan rubbed off on Angel? I'm only saying this because I don't know how both of you feel up to date. I don't. I don't know how the three of you feel, I should say. And this is why people need to talk. Sonic93, I ask that you make a video, do something. If you're afraid or if you are hurting from this still, please say something. If it's about you and me, please say something. I'm all ears. Amy-Chan, please say something. You messed up big time because you threw Sonic93 under the bus. Yes, you did. But please, we need answers because I don't want anybody else jumping in and getting screwed by these narratives and getting weaponized. Dumbsville didn't even care. Dumbsville, if you care now, please say something. And don't sit there and try to do this retribution or revenge tactic on me because I had a right to call you out. None of you were even saying anything when it came to the truth. You made your own narrative. You were seeping in your own guilt. And you wanted to get away from it all. And that's why you used Sonic93 as a scapegoat. Whatever mistake she made, let her speak for herself. But all those accusations, oh my God, I can't talk. All those accusations you made on her, the specific ones, her grooming and doxing, being abusive, it's not true. Those are the things you all did. I'm serious. You got something to say, especially you, Bag O Douche. Go on and say it. I'm not silencing you. But if you threaten me or try to say something smart, I'm going to call you out and I'm going to blow some holes in your fucking wannabe theories. Grow the fuck up. Muskin Adversary out.